What punishment is appropriate for any reporter who tries to ask a James Bond question during the queer press tour?
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Gentlemen, these are two of the best performances I've seen in a very long time. Seriously, thank you for taking the time. I appreciate you.
Thank you very much. It's so nice of you to say. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Daniel, I'm going to start with you. And I have a pretty big, important question that I feel like a lot of people need to hear the answer to. What punishment is appropriate for any reporter who tries to ask a James Bond question during the queer press tour?
Oh, no. Be free to ask. Don't you worry about it. I'm not censoring anything. It's all good.
No, I do want to stick to this film. But in all seriousness, I know a lot of people have been asking about the scenes of physical intimacy between you guys. And I read that your reactions have basically just been, look, it's in the script and we're actors and we did what was on the page. Do you feel like people are maybe making too big of a deal about the scenes of physical intimacy, or did you guys sort of go into this whole process knowing we're going to have to talk a lot about this when this movie comes out?
I think a bit of both. I mean, we knew that the film had to have that intimacy. It was important that the movie showed it, didn't shy away from it. The physical act of sex is part of all our lives. Everybody does it. We wanted to be sensitive to it. We wanted to make it as real as we possibly could. But I think at the end of the day, I don't think it's the most interesting part of the movie. I think it's just a cog in the wheel of the movie, and the emotional journeys of these characters is what hits. And I think most people who've seen it and have liked the movie have come away with that, and not really the sex is of course up for discussion, and we're not shying away from that.
For sure. William Burrows is such a fascinating man, and there's so much, if you know about his life, that's in this movie, maybe without you even realizing it, for people that don't know. I'm curious for both of you guys, if you could sit in a movie theater with Mr. Burrows and watch this film, and when it's over, maybe lean over and ask, what do you think about how we did this? What is an aspect of the film that you'd be very curious to hear his thoughts on?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, right. Terrifying.
That'd be terrifying to do. I'd be like, I like the music. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I would hope that. Daniel imbues so much of the spirit of him on the screen in every frame, and I think if Burrows could sit in the theater and watch it, hopefully he'd see a bit of his reflection in a way. I don't know, but to actually have him there would be.
I would just, hopefully he wouldn't be too mad.
Yeah. Not too pissed.
Yeah, too pissed off at us. I think it would be kind of, yeah. I mean, it would be nice to know, but that's the way.
The last reel in particular, I would want to just watch him watching the last act or so of this film, particularly the epilogue. Daniel, you've worked with honestly some of the greatest directors of all time, whether it be Steven Spielberg or David Fincher or Sam Mendes, right here in our beautiful city of Chicago.
That's right.
You're adding Luca to that list. I know they are all wildly different filmmakers who make wildly different films, but at this point in your career, have you noticed any commonality between great directors? Is there any kind of a through line or a talent that all great filmmakers possess?
That's a big question. And I don't want to offend. I want to keep working, so I don't want to offend anybody. Great directors have many facets. They know how to lead. They know how to communicate. They know how to communicate what they want. Most of the great directors I've worked with love actors, or at least appear to love actors, and they love getting performances, and they want you to bring something, and they collaborate with you on the performance, and that all of those directors I would say have done that brilliantly in my book.
Well, I know I'm biased, but I tell you every time we speak, The Road to Perdition right here in Chicago is one of the greatest films that's ever been made. But gentlemen, thank you so much for an amazing conversation. It makes my job so easy whenever you make beautiful films like this. I've got 10,000 more questions I wish I could ask, but I really do appreciate your time today.
Really appreciate it as well. Thank you.
Take care, guys.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.